Next Tuesday at the Emirates, Arsenal will be taking on Real Madrid in the first leg of their Champions League matchup. Here we can take a look at the UCL European Cup history. Right now, how does this Arsenal squad match up to the Real Madrid squad?
Well, we can still dream, right? Yeah. based on facts. But no, I think, look, we've talked about Saka coming back into the side and talked about partnerships, Saliba and Gabriel. You know, can they keep a big player like Mbappe quiet? But I think they'll be confident. I think, you know, it's crunch time in the season. I think it's a big job for Arteta going into these games, but I honestly think the narrative around this is, can they get something at home? That's the key. They're at the Emirates first. They need to get a good result before going away.
What kind of style game do you think they need to have against Real Madrid? Is it more defensive, more focusing on set pieces? What do you think?
I think they have to take the game to them. I think when Real Madrid always want to play at the back, play through midfield, but they sometimes can look a little bit vulnerable when teams really go for it and high press. Their back four end up getting lower and lower. Winning the ball back for Arsenal higher up the pitch will be key. I think when you go and play a top team and you're sitting back for 90 minutes, you begin to look vulnerable. We've seen Arsenal do it. You know, they've been known to do it last season under Arteta, to just see out a game. But I'm not sure. Of course, that's a little bit risky, leaving all the space for Mbappe, you know, up the other end of the pitch if you lose it or it doesn't work. But I think if you sit back against a Real Madrid team, let them get comfortable, let them dominate possession, that's a long night.
Arsenal are unbeaten in their last 20 matches against the so-called Big Six in the Premiership. That means under Arteta, when they have a big match, they turn up to play. Now, the interesting thing, Jen, to your point, though, is sometimes they don't really play. There was that match at the end of the season last year. Now, it was at the Etihad. They only had 28% of the ball in that game, and they saw out the most boring 0-0 game that I've ever seen Arsenal play. So I'm wondering what kind of balance we'll see from Arteta in this situation. Because even if he has Saka back, he still doesn't have the attacking prowess that Real Madrid have. So he's going to have to be somewhat pragmatic in this situation.
Well, like every other team that plays Real Madrid, you're going to have a chance to be on the ball. They're not a team with that front three that goes and presses you. To Jen's point, they want to open up behind you.
Does that mean, Jen, that they've got to, if Arsenal have the ball, they've got to be smart with it? You can't be turning it over in situations that are going to send a side like Real Madrid on the break.
Absolutely. I think, you know, going into, we talk about a lot, Champions League's a step up. It's like stepping up to international football. You're playing against the best players across Europe, and you need to manage those moments. I'll talk a lot, the momentum in football will always shift, right? Some moments you'll dominate, some moments you just have to sit back and allow Real Madrid to have the ball in spells. But no, I think that's what I love about Mikel Arteta. He'll look at this game tactically, and he has the ability to change and problem solve within a game. But